We ended 2021 with a really nice trip over to Yosemite Valley and the mountains. We really wanted Charlotte to try snowboarding for the first time. Unfortunately, there was a massive winter storm, and so there was no way to get to Grass Valley. So we had to cancel our plans. So that was a no-go, reverse back. Instead, we drove through Merced County towards Jamestown. The drive itself was awesome. It was a slightly rainy day and everything was green and very beautiful. Jamestown itself is pretty close to Dodge Ridge Ski Resort, which is by Pinecrest Lake. It's a nice place. And the whole point of coming there was, of course, to be able to get Charlotte to be able to snowboard for the first time. And that's what she did. On our second day, we ended up driving to Yosemite National Park. Since Highway 120 was closed due to the winter storms, we ended up driving down Highway 49, which is this very scenic and beautiful route along River Merced for the most part. So we stopped at many overlooks and also at this Bagby recreation area near the Bagby Bridge. Because we didn't have chains, we weren't allowed to get into Yosemite National Park. So I flew my drone around in most of these other places, outside the park of course. The National Park Service prohibits us from flying drones in any of the national parks, including Yosemite. But most of these other places that are underpopulated are allowed. They fall under Class Golf airspace, which is uncontrolled. This Dry Gulch campground, pretty close to Yosemite's west entrance, is absolutely beautiful. The colors here are so vibrant, and I guess the gulch itself was not dry anymore. You'll see, because of the rains, it probably has a lot of water flowing through it. Anyway, the view here is amazing. There were some ridges as well, which you're going to see a little bit later. Everything here was awesome. So if you're enjoying watching this video, please consider subscribing to my channel. I love making these videos, but just knowing that there are others who might be interested in what I'm making just encourages me to make them even more. So this trip basically epitomized everything that's happened during this COVID-19 situation. There's so much beauty out there, even if things aren't going exactly the way you want them to. Sometimes if you just embrace life as is and be in the moment, you'll actually enjoy it even more. Life's precious. Let's spend the time that we have with our families and our loved ones and really enjoy every moment we get. So because of the amount of snow in Yosemite Valley and all the closures, we weren't allowed to enter. Instead, we ended up having to drive back. We happened to stop by at this turnout on the way back, which was absolutely gorgeous. Look at these stunning views, with this road winding by the river, and all of it snaking through this valley, which is covered by snow, made for the best views I could capture during the entire trip. The windy river, the windy road, all of the snow, beautiful pine trees all around. Nice mountains with sharp cliffs. What more could you ask to get a beautiful scene? So on our final day, we drove back up to the Dodge Ridge Ski Park to do a little bit of snowboarding. On the way up, we actually had a near miss. The vehicle right in front of us hit the snowbank and toppled over like a few feet away from us. We got really lucky. I guess one of the hardest things being a parent is trying to encourage your kid to try doing things they've never tried before.
I don't want you to ever give up.
And in some cases, they might be dangerous, but you actually want them to try this out, because the only way you know what they might be good at is to have them try a whole lot of things and figure out what they actually seem to like and enjoy.
Good.
Hopefully they'll excel at something.
Okay.
Bounce with the rhythm, bounce with the rhythm. Bounce, 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 bounce.
So here's some of the footage of snowboarding that I did. I mean, it was a lot of fun. I wiped out tons of times because I'm not a good snowboarder. I'm still learning, and not going snowboarding too often doesn't really help me get any better. But anyway, I really enjoy it whenever I do. I also lost my GoPro, so this is like some of the last footage that I got from the GoPro just before I lost that. I was coming down a black diamond, wiped out really hard, and then I tried quite a bit to find my GoPro, but I wasn't able to. Also, it seemed dangerous to try and look for it in that kind of a place. So, goodbye GoPro, I'm so sorry, but thanks for all the footage you gave me. So if you have a GoPro, make sure that your helmet mount is extremely secure. There's a good chance it's going to break off when you're snowboarding. I think it's a good idea to have an extra harness, just so that if you fall or you wipe out, you've got another thing that the GoPro is attached to.
Okay, great. Want to take a break? You can sit on your butt. Yeah. Woohoo!
Thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this as much as I did in making it.